And this is an abstract strategy game that originated in Nepal. And something that makes this abstract strategy game really interesting is that it's actually asymmetric. So one player is going to be playing as 4 tigers that start out on the board, and then the other player is going to get 20 goats that they're going to be placing out on the board. And there's a lot of great campaigns that are launching this week, but I think you should definitely check this one out because there is something about this one that makes it a little bit special. And that reason is that this campaign is just trying to raise awareness for this game and get it in more people's hands and allow more people to experience the fun that it offers. And I know that some of you might be thinking to yourself that that sounds a little gimmicky, but let me back that up by telling you that this is also a campaign that you can pay whatever you want. So you can pledge whatever you want to get yourself a copy of this game. And if you're a person that travels or goes camping or moves around a lot, this is definitely a campaign that you'll want to check out because the game is very travel sized. This is a pocket sized game in the literal sense. A lot of games say that they're pocket sized, but then you can't actually fit them in your pocket. This one you can actually fit in your pocket. It has a cloth bag as well as a double-sided cloth board, giving you 2 different options of play, and then each of the tokens will all fit in that bag. And the tokens are actually screen printed on both sides as well, and I really like the simplistic artwork that they went with on the tokens, and I think that the board looks really nice as well. I think they did a really great job pulling this all together, and because it's so small, it's going to be very affordable to ship as well. So this is going to be offered at a very accessible price point, which is exactly what you want if you're trying to create awareness. And I really love seeing honest campaigns like this with a very accessible price point, so for that reason, this one is my pick of the week. And the game's really easy to teach and play as well. Like I said, one player is going to be starting with 4 tigers that are going to be put out on the board at the start of the game. Then the other player is going to be playing with 20 goats that they're going to be putting out onto the board on each of their turns. And the game starts out like that with the goat player being able to put a goat anywhere on the board on their turn, and then the tiger player can move one of their tigers. Once the goat players put all their goats out on the board on their turn, instead of placing a goat, they'll just be able to move one of their goats 1 space, just like the tiger player can move one of their tigers 1 space. But a tiger can capture a goat by jumping over it just like you would in checkers. So if there's an empty space on the other side of an adjacent goat, then the tiger player can jump to that space, capturing that goat. And if the tiger player is able to capture 5 goats, then they win the game. But the goats are going to win a little bit differently. The goats are trying to trap the tigers so that they're not able to make any movements or capture any goats. And if the goats are able to position themselves in order to do that, then the goat player wins the game. So if you're interested in a pocket-sized asymmetric checkers-like game that has some beautiful artwork and allows you to pay whatever you want in order to support the campaign, while also learning a little bit about a game that is native to another country, this is definitely a campaign that's worth following. And I'd really like to see the number of followers here get up as high as possible because I really love what the team is doing here with this campaign. So if you think you'll like the game, or if you just want to support their efforts here, it's free to click that notify me button, and then it costs whatever you want it to cost if you do decide to pledge in the end. That's a pretty awesome deal.